Boulware, and normally we start off the night with us like throwing fanny packs at you, like and tossing like really cute shirts and all of our cute merchandising stuff, and then we open up with this big video that talks about fearless women and what we do and what you can expect when you're here tonight. But we're not going to do that this evening. Many of you have walked in here tonight and you're exhausted. You're stressed. You might be worried or afraid about something. You might have even had a panic attack, either today or this week. And there's just a lot going on in your mind and your heart right now, and I just want you to know, I get you. I understand you. And for those of you that don't know my story, back in 2011, I was diagnosed with severe panic and anxiety disorder. And I had to have an 18-month journey to figure out, how did I get here? How did I end up with severe panic and anxiety disorder? And doing some self-reflection, I realized that my life was full of all the wrong things, all the wrong priorities. I was really excited about my career achievements and about money and success and all these things, and I was a full-fledged workaholic. Full-fledged. And a major control freak. And I was living a life unwillingly for me, myself, and I. That's exactly what the world tells us to do, right? And I went through months of the deepest, darkest moments of my life that, if I'm being really honest with you, I wasn't sure I would make it out of those moments. In the darkest, lowest part of my life, I decided to look up. Funny how when you're down, the only place to look is up. And in the privacy of my bedroom, on my floor, breathing deeply in between panic attacks, I surrendered. I asked for Jesus into my heart. I know what you're thinking, she said Jesus. I knew it. I knew it. This was going to be some spiritual thing. I knew it. But I want you to know that through that journey, some really cool stuff happened. I found healing, and I was in extensive therapy, and I saw my primary care physician quite regularly, and I had a lot of medication that helped me get through that hump. And then out of that 18-month, at the end of 2015, I felt called by God to start this little group called Fearless Women. Ladies, let's be honest. This world is full of stressed out people. There's not a literal day that goes by that I don't hear about a new woman, maybe even a child I just got to minister at a middle school, or a teen, or even men that are being affected by the damaging effects of stress and anxiety. And you know what comes along with that oftentimes? Depression. Quite simply put, Fearless Women has a mission to stop this. We want you to know that there is a very real physical battle going on with fear and anxiety, but you know what? There is also a spiritual battle as well. Hear me, sweet sisters. Both sides, the physical and the spiritual side, have to be addressed if you want to overcome fear and anxiety, and that's why we talk about Jesus. That's why we talk about Jesus. I want to share something with you out of Jeremiah 2:13. And it's really cool how this came on my heart, but I want you to listen to this, and I think I'm going to share with you how it affected me, but I want you to be honest with yourselves, because I think if you're honest, it's affected you as well. So this is out of the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah is in the Old Testament, and he was a prophet. And what's really cool about Jeremiah is God spoke to him big time, and he would deliver messages to people, his people, right? So this is God speaking to Jeremiah about his people, all right? Here we are. Jeremiah 2:13. My people have committed 2 sins. They have forsaken me, the spring of living water, and have dug their own cisterns, broken cisterns that cannot hold water. So here's the 2 things in my story. 1, I had completely and totally forgotten about God. 100%. I didn't need God. Everything was going great in my life. I had this big corporate career, had lots of money, things were happening great. What did I need God for? And maybe you walked in here tonight and you don't need God either. Maybe you're mad at God. Maybe something's going on where you just think, I don't really need God. But maybe you do have God. You have accepted Jesus into your heart, and you're still battling with fear and anxiety, and there's this one part in your life where you haven't let God in. 2, the second sin. My people have committed 2 sins. The second one for me is I had dug myself a cistern with tons of holes. All kinds of holes. Holes that I just told you, money, success, career achievement, all these idols. But I want to ask you right now, where are your holes?